Good morning. My name is Henry Chidgey, and welcome to my Wednesday morning memo. I am passionate and committed to impacting the quality and numbers of leaders on our planet. These weekly free leadership educational videos and now free blogs are part of my expression of that commitment. I am so happy you have chosen to spend a little time with me now. Next, I will share with you some learning about self-awareness and self-reflection. What makes self-reflection necessary for success as a leader? Well, first, what is self-reflection? It is the habit of deliberately paying attention to your own thoughts, emotions, decisions, and behaviors. As an example, for me, I periodically reflect back on an event and how I handled it in hopes that I will learn something from it and make better decisions in the future. But just how self-aware are we? For most, we believe that we're doing it right, always reflecting after a major event and scrutinizing every word in detail until we reach that aha moment where we think we understand what happened and why it happen in that way with those results. It's how we learn and grow. But according to organizational psychologist and author Tasha Eurich, based on her extensive research and studies, more than 95% of the population believe that they're practicing self-awareness correctly and well, but only 10% actually are. Well, that begs the question, why? But this, she says, is the key reason why many of us are not as self-aware as we think or pretend to be. By beginning the self-awareness process with why, we immediately prompt our mind to look at the past, and as a necessity of doing that, using the word why, we tend to justify previous behaviors. While it is important to understand the reasoning behind certain events, Eurich challenges the thought and says that we should be asking instead, what? As in what to do now. Leaders should take note of this because this coincides with what I'm constantly been talking about on awareness and responsibility. Team members need to know how they can help the company before they can become inspired and self-motivated to take responsibility for their actions. The process begins with self-awareness, but instead of asking why, which mostly doesn't give any actionable answer, we should be training our team and ourselves to ask what? What happened? Let us use an experiential example that we can all relate to. Let's just say that one of your employees, Jim, has made a mistake and you told him in no uncertain terms what you thought of that mistake. You did so with good intentions, but you raised your voice above your usual levels and you were actually angry in the moment. He is looking disheartened. You realize that you may have hurt Jim's feelings. Instead of asking yourself why, like, why am I so mean? Why did I lose my cool? Why was I so upset? Why is Jim asking this way? It would be a better alternative to ask what? What can I do to help Jim? What can I do now to re-engage my team? What can I do now so there's less chance of Jim making that mistake again? Doing so prevents you from spiraling down that rabbit hole of asking why something happened. There's nothing anyone can do to change the past. It is done. We can learn from it, but not change it. The danger in self-awareness, as emphasized by Eurich, is that we can become stuck in the past. If we always worry about why Jim acted that way, we will always worry about Jim. If we always worry about why I acted that way, I will always worry about me. Rather than getting stuck in this way of being and thinking, you can ask yourself now, what can you do to help him and yourself so that this doesn't happen again? And the beauty is that this applies to Jim as well. Jim learns how to stop asking, why is my boss shouting at me? Why does this always happen to me? Why? And begin asking, what can I do to make this work? What can I do about this? One of the characteristics of being human is that once we ask ourselves something, we naturally tend and want to find the answer. By shifting perceptions to focus on the present and future, we assume that there is a solution. Asking what gives us this space to believe that what we are asking is fixable and doable. So again, I ask you, how self-aware are we and you really? And now that you know how to do it properly, what can you do now to make it better? Remember that self-awareness and leadership go hand in hand by creating a motivated and efficient team that is always growing and improving. A quote by Rumi perfectly sums this up, I think. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. Leadership matters. If you would like me to work with you or your team, just go to my website and schedule a free discovery session. Bye-bye for now.